How to build engagement on Webtalk. So in this video today, I'm going to take you through how you can actually build up engagement on Webtalk. So if you want to be an influencer or build engagement, a large following, whatever you want to do, this video is for you. Stick around, watch this. I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. In this video, we're going to go through Webtalk engagement and how you can increase it. Not only are we going to be focusing on Webtalk today, but some of these tactics and tricks will work in other platforms as well. And a lot of the bigger influencers on platforms like Instagram are using a lot of these methods. So the first thing we're going to go through is you don't grow your followers, they grow you. And what I mean by that is every share is a free shout out. So every single time somebody shares your post, it means that their followers now see that post and you have gotten more reach. Therefore, every single share that you get from one of your posts is a free shout out. Now, people are more likely to follow you if you are recommended by somebody else. What I mean by this, a majority of my following is from other people recommending me to their friends or recommending me to their family because I deliver value in my feed. Therefore, I get back a lot of followers from recommendations from others. Now, one true fan is all it will take. And what I mean by this, if you have one person, one follower, that is all it's going to take for you to begin to build your following. Now, if you are concentrating on this one true fan that likes your content, if you are giving this one person what they want to see, if you're giving them some sort of value or entertainment, they will begin to do these first two steps. They will begin to share your content. Not only that, they are going to begin to recommend you to other people. So by simply concentrating on your one true fan, that is all it's going to take, and then you are just going to grow from there. And another point you really want to know is keep your problems to yourself, okay? So you really don't want to be posting problems and all that sort of stuff. You don't want to be bringing any negativity to your one true fan or your 10 true fans because they are not going to share your post or recommend you to others if you are a negative person, okay? Because they don't want to bring their fans over to you if you are a negative person. So what you really want to do is work on this one true fan. Keep the negativity away from this one true fan, and this one true fan is going to do these first two steps for you and grow your followers. The next few tips we're going to go through is don't let greed stunt your growth, okay? And this is what's happening with too many people. This is the majority of those that are watching this right now. The reason you are not growing is you are letting greed stunt your growth. Now, if you post for likes, you will get nowhere. Instead, post what people like. So if you are posting simply to get likes, to get followers, whatever you are thinking about getting yourself, you are not going to get. But if you are posting something that other people like, guess what? You are going to get more likes because more people actually like what you are posting. So therefore, stop worrying about yourself and start worrying about those that are already following you. You want them to begin to engage. You want them to begin to share your post. You want them to begin to recommend you to their friends. So you really want to post what they actually like. You don't want to be posting to get likes. You want to be posting what people actually like. Now, don't overdo it. You got to remember your posts are in someone's feed, and this is another thing with greed. A lot of people, they're posting 20 odd posts a day, this sort of stuff, and they're doing this to get 20 points on them 20 posts, okay? They're thinking of short-term results. They are thinking of more likes. They are thinking of more followers. They just really got the greed in their mind. And whatever you are doing this, you are filling someone's feed with crap, okay? And whatever you are filling someone's feed with crap, you are going to lose followers. You are going to lose engagement. Now, if you post one good quality post and you've got 10 followers, guess what? Them 10 followers are probably going to get you another 2 followers that same day. But if you post to them 10 followers, 20 posts, and these 10 followers don't actually like them posts, the next day you're probably going to have 9 followers and no one else has come because no one has recommended you, because you are simply just going to fill the feeds of anyone that they recommend you to, or their own, which causes them to unfollow in the first place. Now, I have personally unfollowed many people because they have filled my feed with a lot of posts. A lot of my friends and that sort of stuff that I talk with and that sort of stuff, they also have unfollowed a lot of people because a lot of people are filling their feeds with their post, okay? The next thing, give without expectation. Now this is really important. If you are growing off engagement for engage, so if you are following to get a follower, you are only going to limit your growth. Okay, there's only a certain amount of people you are going to be able to engage on. And if you are relying on engagement for engagement, so if you are posting to get likes and you are liking their post for them to like your post, etc., by growing in this strategy, there's only a certain point you can get to. You might get to 1,000 people, and then you have to go and like 1,000 people's post to get them 1,000 to like yours. You're not going to grow any further because you're not going to be able to comment and like on 1,001 people. So you capped your growth at 1,000, or you've capped your growth at 100, whatever it is. If you are relying simply on expectations, so if you are expecting others to engage on you when you engage on them, you are going to stunt your growth in the long term. Okay, and we do not want short-term results. If you think long-term, you are going to get better short-term results. You want to think long-term from the start. Now, you got to appreciate who you already have. So if you've got 10 people, by appreciating those 10 people, like we said in the slide before this, if you're appreciating that one person begins to give you free shout outs by sharing your post. If you appreciate that one person begins to refer you to their friends, that sort of stuff, and they're going to grow your following for you. So if you're appreciating who you already have, okay, so if you are showing appreciation to them, trying to improve your content that they enjoy, okay, so if you've got 10 and you know what them 10 enjoy, instead of filling their feed with 20 posts hoping them 10 like all your 20 posts, why not give them 10 something of value? Give them 10 one post, or give them 10 two posts that actually bring them value, or actually bring them some sort of entertainment. Okay, whatever you are appreciating who you have by giving them a good feed, they are going to grow your following for you. They're going to build your engagement follower for you. You don't need to do it yourself. Your followers are going to do it for you. Now, the next one we're going to go through is before you begin. So I just want to take you through a few steps so you sort of have some sort of structure when you begin to build something on Webtalk or on any other platform. So before you begin, you want to really know your interests and goals. Now, before you even make a post or post something, you want to know what you are interested in, and you want to know your goals. Your post needs to align with these two, okay? So what you are posting needs to align with these two, because if they do not, you are not going to stay interested, you are not going to stay active, you are not going to stay consistent, and you are not going to get results. Reason being is because you're going outside what you actually want to do. Okay, and you want to really be posting stuff that you want to post. You want to be posting stuff that you are going to enjoy improving. You want to be posting stuff that align with your goals, so you don't have to change it up too much down the track and lose what you've already built. Okay, so you really want to, from the start, be posting stuff around your interests and goals, whether it be your family, going out on the weekends, whether it be your business, building a business, no matter what it is, what you are actually interested in, that's what you've got to realize before you actually begin. So the next one, think long term from the start. It's pretty much what I said. You're thinking about your long term goals. You're thinking about your interests, what you want to be doing. Now, by you thinking long term from the start and thinking a year down the track or 2 years down the track, you are going to get bigger results today, because your mind isn't on getting points. Okay, you have literally taken your mind focus off the points, off the current money. Whatever you are thinking about today and the current money, you are trying to get current money, and this is really going to alter the way you post. It's going to alter the way you think. It's going to make you act in a whole different way that people are just not attractive to. You will be chasing the cat. Whatever you chase the cat will run away. And whatever you are thinking short term, you are chasing the cat. Whatever you think long term, you are simply building for that long term result. You're building for that long term goal, and that makes you more attractive. It makes you more influential. It makes people actually want to follow you so they can follow your journey, because your journey is solely focused on that end finish goal. Okay, so they're going to watch you, they're going to copy you, they're going to be inspired by you, and this is what you really want to do, especially if you're starting to build an influence. Okay, and the next one I'm going to go through is, would you follow you? Now, this is probably the most important question you can ask yourself if you are trying to build anything online as an influencer, as building engagement, any sort of thing like that. You want to ask yourself this question all the time. You want to attract people that are like-minded, so you know what you would follow. Okay, you specifically know the type of content you want to see. You know the type of people you want to follow. So when you look at your feed, when you look at your profile, you got to ask yourself, would you actually follow yourself? If you were somebody else, would you follow you? And if the answer is no, then you are doing something wrong. If you wouldn't follow yourself, what makes you think other people are going to follow you? If you wouldn't engage on your post, what makes you think other people will engage on your post? They will not. The type of people that you are trying to attract are like-minded individuals. Therefore, you've got to be putting out content that you would actually follow, that you would actually engage on. So if you post something and then think after you post it, would I like this? Would I comment on this? Okay, because a lot of people are just posting anything and everything. Now, they are doing this regardless of what it is. They are simply just doing it to get short-term points, which we don't want to think short-term, because short-term is only going to hold you back. You are never going to improve. You are never going to succeed. If you want to succeed, simply think long-term in no matter what you're doing, not even with engaging, with life in general. If you want to succeed in anything, you've got to think long-term or you're just going to fail. So really think long term and do stuff that you actually would want to see yourself and you'd actually follow yourself. This is probably the most important question out there. Now the next one, work on quality. Don't wait for it. So a lot of people are waiting to be perfect. Okay, so they're not actually building up. People can't actually see them build up something. So instead of posting today, they do not post today. They'll share someone's post, all that sort of stuff, and they'll wait until they've got something good. But by the time they've got something good, they haven't built anything up. Okay, so by thinking long term, you are sort of building up to your long term goal. Therefore, you are building an audience as you improve. But by waiting for it to be perfect before you actually start, by the time you actually do that post, you've got no one seeing it. Okay, so you could have built up 50 odd people, 50 followers, loyal followers that enjoy your post from the start and watch you build up, that will engage on your good quality content. But because you waited to have that quality before you posted, no one actually sees it because you didn't build anything. You really want to build, work on the quality, work on perfecting it, okay, as you grow, not before you grow. Just start. So if you watch this today, you want to go and post something in your niche today. You want to start and then you want to work on it, okay? So you want to find what works and just work on it, improve it instead of trying to wait for it to be perfect. So the next one we're going through is completing your profile. So after you know what you're going to do, you want to complete your profile. And your profile is very important. So what I've got here is your bio should be clear and easy to understand. So if somebody comes to your page and they see your bio should instantly tell them what you do. It should show them what to expect if somebody comes. Okay, so if I see your bio and I can't clearly see what you are in it for, what you are doing with yourself, how am I going to know what kind of post you are going to be posting? So you want to, in your bio, it needs to be clear. It needs to show you. You've got to show yourself in this bio. You've got to show your interest in this bio. You've got to show people what they are going to get if they actually follow you. And the next one I've got here is make it nice. Okay, you want to make it look nice because it's the first impression. Okay, so if I go to your bio and it is not set up, I instantly know, well, hang on, if they're not going to spend time on their bio, they're not going to spend time on their post. So I will not follow that person and other people won't either. Okay, if I'm going to follow someone, I want good quality content. I can instantly see if somebody's going to post good quality content by the way they've got their profile set up. It is the first impression that others get. Now, if it is set up nice and if I can see that you spend a bit of time on it, then I obviously know that you're probably going to make the post nice. You're probably going to spend some time on the post. Okay, you probably care. But if you've just got this profile just slapped together real quick and you're not even working on it, you don't even have it looking nice, I know instantly from looking at your profile, if you can't spend 10 minutes on a profile, there's no way you're going to spend 10 minutes on a post, and there's no way I want to watch and follow them sort of post. Okay, so really it's your first impression, make it a good one. The next thing we've got here, keywords. What do you want to be found as in the search? So when you work out what you've done in the previous slide, when you know what you want to do, and then you begin to make your bio clear and easy to understand so people that see what you actually want to do and stuff, so they know what to expect if they actually follow you, you want to use keywords. So if you are in a cat niche, you want to use a lot of cat keywords. You want to use that word in your bio. You want to use that word as a tag. You want to, when people recommend you, you want them to be recommending you around what they're actually doing. Now, you remember, we are talking about building an influence, building engagements. This is for those that want to do that. Some people don't want to build influence. Some people don't want to build engagement. This isn't for you. If it is for you, if you do want to build something big and a large following and large engagement, that sort of stuff, this becomes important, because When people begin to search for those keywords when they come from another platform, or when they're just looking for maybe Webtalk help, and you've got a lot of Webtalk help tags in your profile, that sort of stuff, using them keywords, they're more likely going to find you because of that. If you're in a cat niche or a dog niche, no matter what it is, you want to have whatever niche you decided to do, whatever your interest is, you want to have that a lot. If you a family, if you're just posting family content, you want to have a lot of family keywords, okay? Because people are going to be searching this sort of stuff when they come in. You really want them to be coming to your profile. You want to show up when they search, and that is how you're going to show up. Now, the next thing, attracting like-minded people. So this is what I was saying in the last slide. Would you follow you? So you are attracting like-minded people. You know what you want to do, okay? So therefore, by doing what you want to do, you're going to attract others that also want to do that. So your bio, your profile should be attractive to you. Do you like it yourself? Does it attract you yourself? If it does, therefore, it's going to attract someone with the same sort of mind as you. If you don't actually like it and you're just doing it because you think it's going to build up a good profile, but you don't like it yourself, you're not going to attract people like you, because you just said it yourself, you don't like it yourself. So if you don't like your profile, if you don't think it looks neat, if you don't think it looks professional, then it isn't professional, it isn't neat for you, okay? You want to make it look attractive for yourself, therefore it's going to be attractive for others that are interested in what you are interested in. Next thing we're going through is engaging to be seen. So when you first come to this platform, a lot of people come to this platform and they'll do a couple posts, okay? And what happens, they'll do a couple posts, no one engages and they give up. The reason being is no one even knows you on that platform. You can't just go into Instagram and post 5 times and expect 100 followers. So it's the same thing with Webtalk. If you are just posting, no one even knows you, okay? So at the start, it is very important to engage to be seen. So as I said before, this is for people trying to build engagement, build influence, build a following. For anyone else, it's not sort of for you. But I'm going to take you through a few steps of how you can actually engage to be seen. So when you begin to engage, when you come into the platform, this is the most important part of the start. Now, when you begin, engage to be known. And the way you are going to be engaging to be known is engage with those that already are proven to engage. If you go to whoever is the biggest person, the biggest influencer in your specific niche, go to them and then you will see comments on their post. Those comments on their post, that big influencer himself, they're probably not going to notice you, okay? They're already big, they've already built up with people. So they're not going to notice you because you're only new and you've only just come in. But the ones that are engaging on their post, majority of them are trying to build up as well. And majority of them, if they're engaging on that post, are already interested in that sort of area. So you want to go and click on them. You want to go to their feeds and you want to engage with them. They are already proven to engage because they're engaging on that high up influencer already. So you know they're going to engage. By connecting with them, especially the small ones around the same size as you, is what you want to find. You want to find people in your niche around the same size as you, and you want to build up with them, okay? That's how I've done it. That's how a lot of my friends have done it. I've actually built up with people from the start. We have all grown together and now we are high up. We don't notice a new person with 1 follower or new person that's just signed up that day. We don't see that. We've got too many notifications, all that sort of stuff. So, but those that are interested in what I do and that sort of stuff, they're engaging on my post. Not this post specifically because I've got the comments turned off, but a lot of people do not turn their comments off and a lot of people engage, okay? Proven engagers engage with those, comment to them. Not only that, you want to be seen on other pages that are in your same niche. So yes, if you find a high up influencer, they might not notice you as much, but guess what? Other people that are interested in what they are doing will notice you. So if you are doing this, if you are finding those people this way, guess what? So are they. They are finding people this same way as well. So you really want to also put a comment down on that page. But when you put a comment down on that page, for people to really know you're interested in, hello or good morning or something like that doesn't show your interest. If you actually comment something about that specific post, okay, don't just copy and paste a comment on every single person's post. That is just lazy and it's not going to work. It's not going to build you any long-term success. Might get you a few couple of points here and there at the start, very short-term sort of strategy there, but in the long term, it's not going to work. If you are saying what you believe about that post. So if they post a picture of the beach or something and you go and you say what you like about that post, guess what? Anyone that is following that page now sees your perspective of that beach. Will they relate? Will they comment? Will they come to you because you just showed interest in the same thing that they're interested in? This is how you find like-minded individuals at the start. And this is what you are doing at the start. You are getting seen, and you are finding people that want to be seen, and you are also getting seen yourself. But when you get seen, it's not a hello. No, if I write hello on a million posts tomorrow, no one knows me. All they see is hello. But if I write what I personally believe and think about that post, guess what? People just learned something about me. And if they're interested, if they have the same sort of perspective, if they have the same belief, if they have the same vision as me, and I'm simply putting it out there for people to see, they're going to be attracted. Like energy attracts like energy, all right? So you really want to put your energy out there to be seen so others with the same energy can pick up on it and come to you. Another thing, avoid conflicts and negativity. If you see on any of these influencers post a conflict going on, whether it be religion, whether it be finance, whether it be health, no matter what it is, avoid that. The reason why you want to avoid that is because there's so many people interested in the same things you are interested in. But if you are going to pick a side in an argument, you lose that other side. That other side is not going to follow you. They're going to lose respect. Even if you're not posting about that specific thing, they will lose respect from you from that one thing. You are going to lose a lot of people like this by getting involved in conflict, that sort of stuff. You are going to lose one side of the party. Now, you might make a few extra people from one side as well, but you don't want to do this. This is not how you grow, especially on social media. If you want to grow, you want to get a broad range. You don't want any negativity. You don't want any conflicts. So therefore, don't get involved. Stay clear away from it. Let them do their thing. Let them do damage to themselves. Do not get involved. So the next one we're going to go through, and that is posting content. So everybody that is growing on Webtalk or any platform, you can only grow a certain amount by engaging. Like we said before, you can only grow a certain amount from sharing. So you do need to post your own content, okay? Maybe not at the start, but you will end up needing to post your content to get that further growth. So the first thing we've got here is engage to start, but you will need to create content to continuously grow. So this is kind of like what we were saying before. If you are just engaging for engagement, there's only a certain amount of people you can engage for. It's good at the start, yeah, maybe give you a bit of a boost, give you a bit of that. But after a while, stop thinking long term. Stop engaging for points. Stop engaging to get engagement back and start creating content, okay? Because that is what's going to grow you further. I can't possibly go and comment on every single one of my followers, especially in the future as it grows. If you can do that, if you can engage for engage, your following isn't very big, okay? If you can engage on every single one of your followers tomorrow, your following isn't big. So if you are solely relying on engaging for engagement, guess what? Your following is never going to get big because you aren't improving your content. You're simply just engaging on more people, and there's only so many people you can engage on. Now the next ones we've got here is improve your content as you grow. Don't wait for it to be perfect. Now we've already went over that. I've got it twice for some reason, so we're going to skip that one. Now post in peak hours of your target audience. Now this is important no matter what platform you're on. So for me, if I was doing Australian sort of content, because I'm in Australia, I would be posting in my peak hours. I'd be posting before people go to work, while people are on their lunch break, or in the afternoon when they get home. Now, if you are posting off-peak hours for your specific audience, you're not going to get as much engagement because there's not many people scrolling the feed. By the time they come back on, the feed is already crowded. So if you post it as they are on it, they're more likely going to see it because it's going to pop up in their face. But if you post off-peak hours, they're not going to see it. And majority of the high-up influencers on platforms like Instagram are using this, okay? That is actually where I got this from Instagram courses on engaging. So you really want to post in peak hours if you can. Now, if you're sort of a worldwide sort of thing, it doesn't matter. Just post whenever you want because it doesn't matter who sees it. But if you've got a niche or a specific country or something and you know when those people are online, those specific people are online, that is when you've got to post because that is more likely going to get seen as Webtalk adds the feature page and that sort of stuff, and then they're going to be doing the algorithm with the more likes, the more comments in a certain amount of time, that sort of stuff gets put on the feature page. That is when you're really going to benefit. So get used to, find your peak hours, okay? Find when people are on, find when your target audience is online, post then. Next one I've got here is have breaks in between posts to avoid losing followers. Now, a lot of people, when they come onto Webtalk, people don't want to have to categorize who they are scrolling through. They're going to just be scrolling public. Now, when they're scrolling public, if you are coming up 20 times in a row because you just continuously post after post after post and there's no gap, they're going to unfollow you. Like we were saying at the start, they're just going to unfollow you because you're filling their feed. So I strongly suggest do not do that, okay? Really, do not do it. Don't post after post. At least, at the bare minimum, keep an hour gap in your thing. Let a few people post in between your posts. On platforms like Instagram, the high up influencers post between 3 and 5 times a day, and they spread that out throughout the day. Majority will do 3, and they'll do 1 in the morning, 1 midday, and 1 in the afternoon for their specific country. Now, if you are doing more than that, you really want to make sure you are having a decent amount of gap in between. One post with 100 likes is way more powerful than 100 posts with 1 like, okay? The next one we've got here, give your following a reason to engage. Don't try to control it. Now, by you trying to control engagement, that only works for new people, okay? For me, getting new people in or something, and then I say, all right, you engage on him, he engage on you, blah, blah. That will work at the start, yes, but as they become older, when they begin to know the platform, they're going to stop. You're going to rely on a continuous amount of new people come in. You will see these type of people that are doing this, that are trying to control their engagement, nothing natural about it at all, they are going through a mass amount of people, okay? And they are relying on new people that are learning to continuously come in. The moment those new people stop coming in is the moment they have no engagement. Do not follow this strategy, okay? Do not try to control any engagement, but try to increase. So what you do and what actually works, work on that. Increase that. Get better benefits for that. Don't try and control it. Don't try and get people to engage for you to engage back. Whatever you're doing, anything with an intent, you are going to stunt your growth. So the next thing, sharing for growth. Now, as I said already, this specific thing is for those that want to grow something, okay? So this isn't for anyone, but it is for those that are trying to grow something. Now, sharing for growth is a lot different to sharing to share. Okay, because you are trying to grow something on the platform, so the reason you are sharing something is to help you grow something. So there's a whole different strategy, a whole different way you go about it. So the first thing I've got here is try to share content that suits your niche. Now think of it this way, if you have a vegan channel, okay, and you go and share your friend's slaughterhouse, your vegans are going to leave you. They're going to unfollow you. They are not going to engage. But you are sharing your slaughterhouse friend just because you want to give him 30 points. You are wrecking your own growth. You are stunting your growth. But if you are sharing content that your following actually likes, you will still continuously grow because you are sharing good content they like. So really, if you have a niche, or if you do not like the product yourself, you are trying to attract people that like what you like, remember? Like energy attracts like energy. So therefore, don't share the content unless it's actually something you like. Now, I'll see a lot of people, they'll go down my whole feed when they first come into Webtalk and they'll share every single post regardless what it is, and I see them doing that to multiple pages. They have got nothing, no foundations set up, and they will stunt their growth by doing this. Do not do that. It doesn't matter how much you like that person. Don't share every single post they do because it's not supporting them, okay? It is actually doing the opposite, which we're going to get to in the next couple of slides. Only share something if your following is going to like that, okay? If they're not going to like it, do not share it. It's that simple. You are not thinking about yourself here. You're not thinking about getting points. You're not thinking about getting your friend points from sharing content. You are thinking about your followers. That's all you need to worry about is your followers. You are giving to them and giving to them only. The next thing we've got here is write your thoughts about the post and try to encourage engagement. What I mean by this, when you do share a post, okay, if it does fit your niche, write something about that, okay? Because remember, you are trying to attract like-minded individuals. Now, if I write, sky is very blue, today it looks beautiful, people will then comment, they'll see it, and then not only have I shared the post, now they're going to be looking at what I said, and they're looking at the post to see what I am talking about. So, and then when they see what I'm actually talking about, they'll most probably engage on what I am talking about. Not the post that I shared, but the thing that I said. Okay, so what I was talking about that is in that post, that is what's going to increase the engagement. So So they are really going to see what you wrote over that post that you shared, because you are the influencer. You are the one they are following, not the person that you shared. So they want to know what you think. They want to know your perspective of it. They want to know if you think that is right, if you think that is wrong. So that's what they want to engage with. And that is going to encourage engagement. While you give your thoughts about the post that you shared, you're going to encourage engagement, because they want to have a say with what you are talking about. They want to be in on that conversation with you, not the person that you shared it with, not the person that you shared it from, but they want to engage on you. That's why they followed you in the first place. So the next one we've got here is sharing can only grow you so far. You will need content at some point. Now, what I mean by this, it is good to share for some growth, but at some stage you will need to post your own content. Now, remember, if you are sharing for growth, keep it to this, keep it in your niche, keep it the same. It doesn't matter whether you're sharing or posting, you want to sort of keep it all in the one area so people actually know what they're going to be following. As we said, it's only going to grow you so far, and the reason for this is, if I am sharing someone's content consistently to grow my following, in time my following is going to realize, hang on, I can go to the source. If you share this video to your following, yes, it's going to help them. But then after a while, if you continuously only growing from doing that, only growing from sharing my videos, in time your followers are going to realize, well, hang on, why am I following this person when I can go straight to the source and follow them? Now, for an example of this, I've noticed a lot of people sharing YouTube live videos, and it's the same YouTube live as many other people. Now, I have unfollowed all of the ones that are sharing the same video so it doesn't come up multiple times in my feed, and I've just kept in contact with one that share that same video. The reason being is because I can just follow the source. Why do I need to follow 20 pages for that same thing when I can just follow the one and get that same thing? Don't overdo the sharing with somebody else's content because you really want to be given your own content, because people are just going to go directly to the source. Okay, if I've done it, there's many others doing it. It's just going to happen. Okay, so if you want long-term growth, you really do need to, at some stage, have your own content. The next one, try and show appreciation to those that share your post. Now, what I mean by this, if you can, it is very hard, especially if you get a lot of shares. If you do a spotlight post, you'll get shares, and then not only that, you're still getting shares in 2-3 weeks down the track. So it's hard. You're going to miss a lot. But at the start, if you can, just go and like and say thank you for sharing, or just thank you, or just thanks. Okay, and this, what this does is it sort of just, majority of these people are sharing your post only for the points, okay, and it's just going to keep them sharing, which, and by you just liking and commenting, it gives them 30 points back. So they've given you 30 points, you've given 30 points back. Now you don't care about that 30 points that they gave you. That is not important to you. But what is important to you is the free shout out that they gave you. Okay, now their following sees that. And if they know, now if they come in and they're thinking short-term results, they are going to continuously share your post because they're only thinking short-term. So by you encouraging them to share your stuff by saying thank you, that sort of stuff, they're going to get their short-term results that they want, and they're going to continuously share you, giving the shout out that you want for your long-term results. Okay, so you're really thinking long-term. If they want short-term, give them short-term. If they want long-term, give them long-term. Okay, so what somebody wants, give them what they want, and they're going to continuously give you back. Referring will also grow your following. A lot of people I've noticed, they don't refer the platform. They just want to grow on the platform, etc., and they just don't want to market it. But they do not understand, if you're growing on the platform, referring will actually help you as well. Okay, referring is going to help you grow on the Webtalk platform. So this is going to help you grow your following and help you grow engagement. So what I tend to do most is build inside Webtalk and promote Webtalk outside Webtalk. Reason being is because Webtalk is going to be my #1 platform at some stage. Right now it is YouTube, so I like to send a lot of traffic to YouTube. But in the future, I know that Webtalk is going to be majority of where I spend my time. So I build inside Webtalk. I don't promote other products inside Webtalk. I promote myself and build something for myself inside Webtalk, and I do all the promoting outside of Webtalk. Now, majority of the promoting outside of Webtalk is to bring more people into Webtalk, building my following, okay? Building my following, and then, so I give you Webtalk outside of Webtalk, and I give you value inside of Webtalk, and it's that simple. The next one I've got written here is every referral is a follower, so target the same niche. What I mean by this, if you have, I'll use a vegan thing again. If you're a vegan, okay, and you are referring Webtalk, if you refer meat eaters, they're not going to engage on their post when they actually come in, okay? So they might sign up with your link, they might be your follower, but they're not actually going to engage because they're not really interested in your vegan content. But if you're a vegan and you are referring other vegans, when they actually come in, not only are they following, but they are now in with a feed that they actually enjoy. So they're most probably going to stay on and engage. So by simply referring to those that are actually interested in what you already post inside of Webtalk is going to increase the chances that they do engage and they do stay active inside of Webtalk when they come in. So really try and keep it targeted. The next one we've got here is link other social media platforms to Webtalk with every post. Now I mean this I'm very strong on this because see, a lot of times I don't see somebody's post when I'm scrolling Webtalk. But when I'm looking through Facebook or something, I will see somebody's Webtalk post. So then I click on that Webtalk post, go into Webtalk, engage on that Webtalk post and like that Webtalk post. But I would not have seen that Webtalk post from just scrolling Webtalk alone, okay? Because my feed is too full. So I would not have seen it. But I did see it because I seen it outside of Webtalk. I seen it on Facebook. So I clicked into Webtalk to engage. So they got Webtalk engagement from posting on Facebook, okay? So from that same post onto Facebook, they got Webtalk engagement, and this is very important. Now, a lot of people don't like to do this because they don't want to fill their Facebook feed with crap. And all I can say to them is why you're posting crap inside Webtalk anyway, okay? If you cannot link your other social media platforms, Webtalk, that means your stuff that you are posting in Webtalk is crap, okay? If you want to turn it around and you want to post stuff inside Webtalk, that your other platforms are going to enjoy. This way you can link it, okay? And as I said, there is people that have signed up to you, okay? There is people that if you are posting on Facebook every day, okay, majority of the people that are inside Webtalk signed up for you from Facebook. Therefore, they are on Facebook. Now, they're most probably not active in Webtalk, but if your Webtalk post isn't going to Facebook, they will never be active in Webtalk, okay? But if your Webtalk is coming to your Facebook as well, that same person that is not active on Webtalk will now click on that post, come into your Webtalk and like your Webtalk post, and it's going to build activities in Webtalk. If you're trying to get people active in Webtalk and you're not doing this, you're complaining is just literally wasting your time because you are complaining about a problem that you can actually fix. So really link the other platforms and you will notice an increase of the engagement of those that you've already referred into Webtalk that you complain about not being active, but they're not active because they're not seeing the post anyway. But if the post is in their Facebook feed, they are going to see it and they're going to go in and be active. So the next thing I want to go through, and I'm very strong on this if you're trying to build something, okay? So a lot of people do not do this. A lot of people think the exact opposite to what I'm going to tell you. So what I'm going through now is learn from your engagement. A lot of people are doing this just for engagement. I'm not doing this just for engagement. I want to learn from my engagement. So what you want to do is work on and increase what works. So when you do a post and it gets 10 likes, okay, and then you do another post and that next post gets 2 likes, you want to work and improve on that one that had 10 likes, okay, because it's already proven to work. It's already proven that those following you actually like that post. So by working on that and improving on that is going to be a lot more beneficial than working on the one that gets 2 likes, because the one that gets 2 likes no one actually likes. So in saying that, you really want to not encourage likes if they do not like it. Otherwise, how will you know? Now, a lot of people, they'll go in their support groups and they'll send a post, okay? They'll send their Webtalk post in a support group and say, hey, all, can you please go and engage on this post? This is doing nothing for you in the long term. Yeah, you might get a few points, you might make a couple of cents because more people engage on it, but you don't know if they actually like it. So you don't know whether you got to stop posting that content or whether you've got to keep posting that content. You don't want to encourage any sort of fake engagement. You don't want to engage for engage, because whatever you're engaging for engage or sending your post outside of Webtalk to your support groups, getting others to come in and like it, that sort of stuff, you are not learning a thing. They're liking it, but they don't even like it. So you might have 100 likes, but guess what? 99 of them 100 don't actually like your post. Okay, so you are posting something that 1 out of the 100 actually like. Therefore, long-term results, very poor. Short-term results, they're great. You're getting lots of engagement, but long-term, you're getting nothing. You're going to have to stay with that support group and continuously do that for the rest of your life because it's the only reason you're getting engagement in the first place. Okay, so it's really up to you. Do you want real engagement? Do you want fake engagement? Fake engagement is short-term points. Long engagement is long-term plenty points, abundance of points. Okay, so the next one we're going to go through, don't force comments as you want real feedback. So pretty much the same as this like one. If you are forcing comments, if you are asking people to comment on you, or if somebody's copying and pasting a comment, they are literally doing you harm. And if you are doing that to them, you are literally doing them harm. What you really want is real feedback. If you are getting real feedback, if somebody is giving you actually real feedback and they're commenting because they've got something to say, you know what they want. You know the feedback. You know that this is true. But if they're just saying hello, might have give you 20 points, but how does that help you in the future? Okay, it does not help you. But if they're actually reading your post, reading your blogs, those are the ones. There is a lot fewer of them, yes, but they're the ones you want to attract, okay? So you might only get one comment of someone that actually reads your post, but you might get 20 fake comments. The one that actually reads your post is going to give you a response on what you wrote, and it's going to help you have some sort of idea of what to write on the next one. It's going to help you create your next content. But if you got a million hellos, good morning, doing great, that sort of stuff, they are all fake engagement. Majority of them did not watch your video. Majority of them did not read your blog. Now the next one comes from taking the focus off others and put it onto yourself. So for you, you also want to like when you like, and you want to comment when you have something to say, and share when it provides value to or entertainment to your following. Now let's go through this. By you liking when you like it, guess what? That person that you are liking the post knows that you actually like it. But if you are liking just every single post because they're in your trend line, you are not helping your trend line. You might think by giving them a few points it's helping, but it is not. It's doing the exact opposite, because now they don't know if you actually like it. They just know that you are liking it for the points. So how are they going to improve? Because they don't have any sort of real engagement. It's all just fake. The next one, comment only when you have something to say. So if you are just copying and pasting good job, or if you're copying and pasting the same comment over and over again, you are literally doing damage to whoever you're doing that to, okay? But by you commenting, guess what? That person knows what you enjoy. They can improve on what you enjoy, giving you better quality content, making your feed more enjoyable. The next one, share when it provides value and entertainment to your following. Now this is for both. This is going to help you grow following, and it's going to help them grow following. Because now as they share a post and you share it as well, they know that that specific post helps themselves get more shares, and they also know that that specific post helps you help your audience, okay? So by that post helping your audience, your following, they are going to get more shares, and your following is going to be encouraged to actually stay following and enjoy your feed as well. If you're just sharing to share and make some points and make someone else some points, you're literally doing damage. You're going to ruin their long-term results by doing so. You really only want to share when it's of quality. You only want to like when you like it, and you only want to comment when you've got something to say, because this is true engagement. This is what's going to help us all grow. You wouldn't do it if you wouldn't share it on Facebook, if you wouldn't share it on Instagram, why are you doing it inside Webtalk? Because by doing it inside of Webtalk for just no reason, you are simply showing them that they are doing something good even when it's not good, okay? Whatever you are thinking about the points, whatever majority of the time you're talking about the points and you've got points on the mind, you are only going to stunt your growth. So this is very important. Out of everything that we've said in this thing, this here one page is the most important if you want to grow something in the long term. So I hope this helps anyway. I hope you can increase your engagement. I hope you can shift your mind from greed to giving. The moment you shift your mind to give good quality content rather than get lots of engagement, so you're just shifting, just that one mind shift, you are going to change your game for the long term. And while you change your game for the long term, your short term results will begin to increase as well. So I hope this helps. See you on the next one.